With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series fires things off here for the season opener of season number 4 here in 2021. We're going to see who can top the speed charts here tonight at the first restrictor plate of the season. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from the trackside. Looks like we've got a few drivers out there in qualifying. Looks like Nathan Nixon, Jonathan Holston, Johnny Collier, Mike Van Houten, Andy Handley, Michael Madden, and a slew of other drivers already chasing the pole position. Can we see Sean Kozer, last year's champion, walk away with an early victory here in season number 4? Long way to go here tonight. 70 laps around this 2.5 mile super speedway. And man, I tell you what, if you tuned in last night, you would have seen some crazy great racing action here out of the Butt Kicker Ayers iRacing Paints Arca Menard Series, brought to you by Swift Motorsports. And I don't think the Performance Truck Series is going to slack off at all here tonight. So I tell you what, let's see if we can't see if anybody's put down a time lap. Doesn't look like anybody turning in an official time just yet. So once we get drivers turning in those time laps, we will get those point standings or those qualifying standings off to the left-hand side of your screen. Big turnout here for the season opener of season number 4 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. 35 plus drivers in the field of trucks vying for the first checkered flag of season number 4. Nathan Nixon gonna top the speed charts, and nope. Jason Ayerson gonna go quick time tonight, 52:06. Quick time set by Jason Ayerson. Let's go ahead and throw those qualifying standings up right there to the left-hand side of your screen. You can follow along just like we do. A lot of action out there, so it's going to be hard to follow some of these drivers around the track. Looks like we do have about 3 minutes into this 5-minute qualifying session already on the stopwatch. And Greg Olenek going to go top of the speed charts. The 31 Ford F-150, 52:03. That is 300ths faster. Jason Branch going to tie Jason Ayerson. That's going to be second and third so far here tonight. Kevin Burrows up inside the top 5. Burrows was the Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Series champion for season number 3. Coming up to play in the Performance Truck Series. We'll see how he goes about his business tonight. Bobby Anderson, newcomer. He breaks in with a top 10 qualifying showing. Mike Van Houten also top 10 here tonight. Adam Pettit outside of the top 10. He's 13th, now back to 14th as Dean Gagliano takes a spot just outside of the top 10 in the 11th position. Ryan Douglas gonna break into the top 10. Does anybody have anything for that fast F-150 at the front? Greg Olenek, top of the speed charts right now. Fast time set, 52:03, with just about 60 seconds remaining and about 12 drivers left to put in a qualifying time. I don't think anybody's going to be able to put in a time lap to be in contention of taking that pole position away from the 31. So Greg Olenek gonna walk away with the first pole of season number 4 here for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. And we're gonna take a short commercial break, pay a few sponsors real quick, then head trackside for the national anthem. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
And we come back trackside as the drivers begin to make their way to pit road and into their starting spot for tonight's race here at Daytona International Super Speedway, firing things off for the first time here in season number 4. This is going to be a good one. We seen last night have some great racing action, and we seen Peak Racing go 1, 2, 3. Locking out all 3 podium positions last night here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Will we see another team be able to dominate a restrictor plate race here once again, back-to-back nights on the Turn 3 Racing Network? Look out, mark it on your calendars. We'll be right back at you tomorrow night with the Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series right here by Swift Motorsports, and it looks like still just a handful, a handful of drivers yet to make it to their starting spot. A lot of truck drivers here tonight. Looks like a field of upwards of about 36 drivers to be exact. This is going to be, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be crazy. We're going to have 2 or 3 packs, I should say. We'll see how long these drivers are going to be able to stay stacked up with just one pack of racing. We seen last night a few incidents take out multiple drivers, and that broke up the field. Had a 4-car breakaway for the majority of the night. And then a little bit of good racing action amongst some teammates right there coming to the checkered flag. We watched Sean Mitchell grab the first checkered flag of the season. Pierce Meffett and Hunter Collier rounded out the podium last night. Will any of those drivers make it a back-to-back night appearance to the podium interviews? We'll have to see here shortly when things get ready to go. Last few drivers beginning to make their way to the starting grid, and you can hear those familiar sounds in the background. It's time to run down tonight's official starting lineup for race number 1 in season number 4. Let's roll. This is your starting lineup, starting to the inside pole position here tonight. The 31 of Greg Olenek. Just to his outside, the 9 of Ryan Douglas. Jason Branch and Jason Ayerson going to make up row 2. Row number 3 here tonight, the 26 of Kevin Burrows, followed by the 98 of Nathan Nixon. Jerry Cochran and Hunter Collier back in row 4. Row number 5 here tonight, Mike Van Houten and Kevin Haas. 13 of Bobby Anderson will line up in the 11th position just to his outside, and 12th, that will be the 34 of Dean Gagliano. Row number 7 here tonight from Daytona International Super Speedway, the 47 of Johnny Collier. 59 of Logan Hartman just to his outside, rounding out your top 15 here tonight, the 14 of Anthony Handley. Adam Pettit just to his outside in row 8. Row number 9, the 97 of Sean Kozier, followed by the 8 of Scott Wise. Cody Riggs, Jonathan Holston back in row 10. Row number 11 here tonight, Matt Deason and Michael Madden. 23rd, the 4 of Jim Mott just to his outside, the 28 of Ron Shue. Aaron Davidson, Jake Fluman back in row 13. Row 14 tonight, Bob Peterson and Michael Mueller. John McMillan Sr. back in 29th, 30th position here tonight belongs to John McMillan Jr. Brandon Shelton and Aaron Gerwitz right there in the 32nd position. Over there in the race control and admin booth just down the hall, my good buddy, your good friend Gary Wells. Big shout out, my man, you have got your hands full tonight. That's going to do it for your starting lineup. Coming to take the green flag. Field going to get double file for the first time here tonight as the boss man gets ready to drop the green flag on season number 4. Here we go off of turn number 4. Pace car going to make that anticipated left-hand turn, and we'll get sent to fire things off for the first time here tonight. Wait for it, wait for it. green flag flies on Season 4 for the Performance Truck Series, brought to you by BUTTKICKER here in Swift Motorsports. Greg Olenek gonna get off to a great start. Looks like we've got a lot of drivers already bailing on the top lane, dropping down to the bottom. 25 is heading backwards on the high side right now. Listed as the 25. We'll have to see who that is. We're not seeing a 25 over there on our timing and scoring, so we'll have to get that one straightened out, fixed up. In a big run, I believe that may be Jason Branch out there sporting a 25, but listed as the 22. No, Jason Branch right there. Who is right behind him? That's Ryan Douglas, I believe. Yes, it is. Ryan Douglas, the number 9 on the timing and scoring. Has that 25 on the side of the car, the 26 just to his inside. Kevin Burrows, a man that we have seen familiarize himself with the front, especially at these restrictor plate races. Will Burrows be able to get the job done? The ARCA Series champion coming to play in the trucks. Will he be able to capture his first checkered flag and already set himself up looking pretty, heading towards a chance for a championship race? We'll have to find out. Long season to go. 10 regular season races before the 5 championship chase races here with Swift Motorsports. Just lap number 2. We've got side-by-side battling back and forth. No official lead change at the line just yet. Olenek still holding strong down there. You see him begin to gain that ground, and there's your first official lead change of the night. Looks like Jason Branch gonna grab 1 lap lead. It's down to the inside. Olenek gonna power back around. We're double file for about your top 15, 20 drivers, all right there stacked up with each other. You can see it over there on the left-hand side of your screen, all the way back to 17th, still under 1 second behind the race leader. That is something serious. You can start to see a second pack beginning to develop a little bit further behind this lead group. Drivers coming in right at you down into turn number 1. They'll set sail once again off through these corners. Look at that beautiful shot. The sun setting in the background as these truck drivers lay it all out on the line here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network, right here live at Daytona International Super Speedway. Down the back stretch once again, heading off into turn number 3. We'll stay double file for your top 18. Through 3 and 4, there the field goes. They'll make their way back to the start-finish line. There you see them all jockeying for position. Olenek, Branch back and forth, battle between them. No real clear-cut advantage just yet from anybody in this field. A lot of wiggling going on right now. Lap number 5 underway out of the 70 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Mr. Gluckner, how you doing out there tonight? Glad you could join us. Dave, good to see you off in the chat once again. Glad you were here last night. I look forward to seeing some great racing action once again. Trying to one-up Airs iRacing Paint's ARCA board. Boys, will these Performance Truck Series drivers be able to keep it under 4 cautions here tonight? Long way to go. We're for sure going to find out. Olenek continues to lead. They'll battle back on that outside. Once again, you see that accordion effect. Outside lane able to keep the momentum up just a little bit more. Inside lane has to check up from time to time. That's going to allow the outside lane to surge. But you see right there, once again, that moo and brew, sparkle and shine. I'll spit it out, I promise. I'll spit it out. Sparkle and shine. 31. Of Greg Olenek. He's been quick last year, and he's looking to carry that speed over once again and replicate last year, but make it one better at the end of the season. Keep in mind, Sean Kozier, driver running all the way outside of your top 30. I tell you what, Let's go back and take a look at that 97. You can see him way back here in the pack, almost tail end. Sally just 3 trucks behind him before he is absolutely dead last on the track. Sean Kozier, last year's season champion for the Performance Truck Series. Consistency was king for Kozier on his way to a championship, especially in those final 5 races for the championship trophy. Will Kozier play it safe and then head to the front? We'll keep our eye on your defending series champion, running right now back in 33rd. We'll head back up towards the front of this field as we're watching Hunter Collier, Mike Van Houten there side by side with each other from first all the way back really to about 17th or 18th on the track. Still side by side with each other, running neck and neck, everybody jockeying for position. You can see it very clear and done over there on the left-hand side of your screen. Follow along right here like we do in the production booth, and you can see it, your top 16 still within 1 second of your race lead. So hot and heavy racing action in these Performance Truck Series machines early in season number 4. 3 fast Fords rounding out your top 5, followed by another 3 Chevys. So it's a 3-3 split in your top 6, then a slew of Tundras packed in right behind them. Jerry Cochran, Hunter Collier, Mike Van Houten, Logan Hartman also with one of those Toyota machines there. You can see him. He's going to get by on the outside, take a spot away from, I believe that was Bobby Anderson. No, that was Jim Ott. He got by. I apologize. Bobby Anderson down on the inside. You can see him right there in that Silverback Tax Solution machine. Black and orange, hard to miss. Those are Cincinnati Bengals colors. And if you know Dave, you know them's my peoples. That's my peoples. They were 4 and 2. That's all I gotta say. Meanwhile, back in the front, not much going on, not much to be said. The Boom Brew Sparkle and Shine 31 of Greg Olenek continuing to lead this race. It's neck and neck battling between himself and Jason Branch on the outside. Kevin Burrows has been tucked in, running right behind Olenek. Lap after lap, 10 laps straight here. You gotta wonder what those temperatures are beginning to look like. You gotta wonder what it's beginning to look like from the inside of one of these machines. I tell you what, why don't we jump down on board inside? Well, what do you say we jump to the 98 of Nathan Nixon, third driver inside lane. You can see the outside lane beginning to surge forward just off to his outside. Hear a crack of that throttle getting into the corner, and just look at that banking. Look how close these drivers are pushing. Trying to stagger step, if you will, to be able to see not just the driver in front of you, but the driver in front of him. That's a very important thing, especially in restrictor plate racing. As we're going to take a look off of the tail end now of that 98. Look at that big swarm of trucks, all looking for a little bit more out there on the track. But as we were saying, you got to crack the throttle a little bit in order to not continue to be all over the bumper of the driver in front of you. And when you're that third or fourth car back, you want to be able to see what the cars in front of you are doing. So you've got to be able to stagger step a little bit off, maybe drop back maybe a half of a quarter of a car length, you know what I mean? Just not even about a foot or two, and just offset the car a little bit, be able to look to see what's going on in front of the driver that you're pushing. That way, you know, if he's got a checkup, you're going to be able to anticipate that checkup a little bit. These drivers at the front of this field doing a fine job at this side-by-side, packed up pack racing here at Daytona International Super Speedway to open up tonight. Season number 4 for the Performance Truck Series, brought to you by BUTTKICKER. Big shout out to BUTTKICKER for coming back on board with Swift Motorsports, title sponsor once again this season, joined by, again as always, Performance Motorsports, bringing you this performance truck series here in Swift Motorsports. So a big time partnership in the makings. Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. It looks like we've got about 9 truck drivers still out there on the outside lane trying to make it work, and slowly but surely we're watching these drivers drop to the inside racing lane, drop down to the bottom, try to get themselves the single file as we put the timing and scoring back up there to the left-hand side of your screen for you. Whoa, and contact with the outside wall. More contact. Oh, no, I believe that may be Cody Riggs. Yes, it is, and more trouble. Oh, my goodness. Caution comes out. More drivers piling in. Oh, we've seen it happening out of the back end of our screens there. Ooh. The Sparkling Shine machine having some trouble. It looks like he's going to be a little bit off kilter. Truck looks to be crab walking just a little bit. Cody Riggs in some big time trouble. Let's go back, see how it all took place. And that's a little bit after the fact, so let's see if we can't back it up a little bit further than that, guys. Let's see if we can't go back and see where it all began, how it all went down. We're going to back it up a little bit further for you. There's the contact. I believe that's the 28 of Ron Shute going by. And there's the big contact. And Cody just along for the ride at that point in time. Lots of drivers piling in after that. And that's going to put us under caution for the first time here tonight. We'll head back up front with your race leader, the 31 Ford F-150, piloted by Greg Olenek. Check him out, nice and clean, that 31 machine. I tell you what, it sure does sparkle. Wonder if he'll get to never mind. I'm just gonna stop. That was gonna be terrible. Your pole sitter tonight, heading off into what I would assume to be the first pit stop of the night. Will Olenek be able to keep the top spot coming off of pit road? We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see if anybody does come to pit road, and it looks like Olenek indeed is going to come down to pit road. The 10 of David Cameron lap down machine. He will stay out on the track, so that's going to bring us to our first pit stop of the night. So we're going to break away for just a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And as we come back trackside, just like the graphic across the bottom of your screen, join us in that quest for 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers that thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding through or you're one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, maybe even sponsor coming by, stopping by to check things out, see how things are going. We do appreciate each and every one of you stopping through each and every time you do. 7 nights a week, great racing action right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Field under caution for the first time. Double file once again. iRacing pace car ready to duck off, and we're going to get set to fire things back off after a 15-lap opening green flag run. How many laps will these drivers be able to keep it clean and green from here on out? Wait for it. Here we go. Left-hand turn out of the pace car, down and away. Field in the hand of Greg Olenek. He's going to wait for it. Smash the gas, and green flag flies as drivers make their way up through the gears. The 98 of Nathan Nixon. He's going to benefit from Kevin Burrows starting on that outside lane. Will Burrows have any better go of it than Jason Branch did, trying to grab the top spot away? Branch was able to grab a lap lead, but was unable to make and complete the pass for the lead and really secure that top spot. Olenek very fast down there on that inside lane, but here comes the 26 of Kevin Burrows, surging with a big push from Hunter Collier, I believe. No, Collier down there on the inside. I apologize. Now, wait a minute here. Yes, Collier on the outside, the 83 of Hunter Collier. The 98 of Nathan Nixon down there on the inside with Olenek right now. Do apologize about the number mix-up right there. The 26 of Ryan Douglas back in the 7th position. He's fourth car outside row. We've still got a lot of drivers side by side here after this restart. A lot of drivers already single file as well. And Burrows is able to clear. That's going to be a lead change if he can keep it all the way back to the start-finish line. 83 of Hunter Collier, he looks like he may have a big run, big assist out of that 18, and no, Burrows is not going to lead that lap. Lead change and lap lead belongs to Hunter Collier on the outside lane. Man, I tell you, that was a huge push and a huge run on that outside lane, orchestrated between that 18 and 83. Watch those two drivers here. Those are two fast Toyotas at the front of the field. And look, Kevin Burrows, he worked so hard to get around Olenek, and just like that, wasn't even able to lead a lap. Man, that is tough. That is tough right there. Not even being able to officially lead a lap after working hard to get past the pole sitter and the fast man on the bottom of the track, to get passed by a big run from another car before you can get back to the start finish line, and then him complete the pass and slide down right in front of you. That's got to be a little disheartening, if not a little bit concerning, for a few of the drivers out there in the field. Big push now by Ryan Douglas. Will that clear Jerry Cochran on the outside lane? Will Cochran join a manufacturer and friend on the bottom, or will we keep these two Toyotas stacked up at the front of this field leading the show? trying to jump around the track just a little bit, bring you some of the racing action, not just everything going on at the front. You can find the 44 of Jason Harrison battling with Ron Shute, Mike Van Houten right behind him. Also battling, that's right around that 10th position, 9th, 10th, 11th, Jake Fleurman. Oh, and we've got drivers, big moves by drivers, and it looks like Olenek, he's had enough. He's going to head to the back for just a little while. 3 wide now as Olenek in big trouble. He's way off of the pace down there on the apron. He's going to fall not just out of the top 5, top 10, top 15. Keep it going. Olenek going to rejoin the field all the way back in the 22nd position as we've got another lead change at the front of the field. Our 4th different race leader of the night, Ryan Douglas, in the 25 machine, gonna take the top spot for now. Whoa, big move. I believe that was Ron Shute. Shot way up the track in 1 and 2. And here comes Cochran. He's going to jump from the bottom lane to the top, take over the momentum that was building with that outside lane of Rob Peterson. Going to jump right in front of Peterson, see if he can get a push from the backwoods 39 up and around the 9 of Ryan Douglas. They'll stay side by side. Another lead change at the line. Jerry Cochran going to give us our 5th lead change of the night. He'll go back to the top spot. And if you tuned in last night, you know that 18 of Jerry Cochran was your pole sitter right here at Daytona International Super Speedway for the Ayers High Racing Paints Orca Series last night. And Cochran, after grabbing that pole position and leading the first 25 out of 28 laps, fell behind the field, sustaining some damage, and that was pretty much all we saw out of that 18 machine. Can the Grayson Jade Photography truck have a little bit better luck here tonight? Still 4 truck drivers out there vying for position, trying to make that outside lane work, but it does look like the numbers are going to work out for the inside lane as they begin to slowly but surely surge forward and put those 4 drivers on the outside, trying to make it work. A little bit back behind them. Big side draft off of the exit of turn 2. That's going to allow the that's going to allow Ron Shute to get right back up there, right around that 39, running in 2nd position. So looks like as long as they're able to side draft a little bit here and keep a little bit of that momentum going forward, it looks like this may play out to be a bigger battle than what we thought. Here comes the 48 of Matt Deason. He's going to join this battle. Deason going to take over the 10th position as we've got about 15 drivers all right here running with each other. Let's highlight this driver in the 34 machine, Dean Gagliano, fresh face in the Ford F-150. He's running top 15. And it looks like that first caution of the evening has indeed put 2 drivers on the hook and out of tonight's race. Looks like Adam Pettit in the 58. He's going to fall victim and out of tonight's race. Aaron Davidson also listed out of tonight's race. We've got a few drivers still down there on pit road. 59 of Logan Hartman. John McMillan Sr. still down there trying to fix his machine. Lucas Lyons also working on his truck, trying to get back out there on the track and gain any and every position available. Cody Riggs going to head back to pit road for what will be his 2nd stop of the night. That is not a scheduled stop. Looks like he's got to fix a little bit more damage if he's going to want to continue on throughout the rest of tonight's race. We are just about at the halfway point, 9 laps away from the halfway point here at Daytona International Super Speedway. Right here for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. Let's head around the track a little bit more. What do you say? Jump up towards the front inside the top 10. Newcomer in another fast Ford F-150. That's the 8 of Scott Wise. There you can see Wise battling with Brandon Shelton. Jonathan Holston right there as well. Big move on the bottom of the racetrack. They're going to sort that out as they've got a back marker on the outside lane going 3 wide right now. 48 stuck in the middle for a moment. They'll sort things out, and looks like, I believe that may be the 88 of Kevin Haas falling down off of the lead lap, falling victim to your race leader, Jerry Cochran, who's been fired up since the drop of the second green flag here tonight. Cochran looking to turn his speed weeks around after a big-time disappointment last night after grabbing the pole position, finishing well off of the lead lap. Cochran and Collier going at it back and forth. You know, if you're Kevin Haas, this is what you got to do right here. You can see him right there, the pink car, the 88, excuse me, last driver in line on the outside lane. He is listed first driver 1 lap down. And this is right where you want to be. You want to be kind of near the front, just in case something happens. More than likely, it should be behind you. But you also want to stay right there with the race leaders. That way you can possibly race your way back onto the lead lap fairly easily with a big run. Or you're going to be able to keep other drivers that these front runners catch 1 lap down. You're going to be able to keep a little bit of a leg up on them. So look for Kevin Haas to stay tucked in line right here with this lead pack as we head down the backstretch, lap number 30 out of the 70 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Why don't we go to a little bit closer camera shots out there? What do you say we jump back here, check out what's going on with my good buddy? How about that? The Auto Owners Insurance Machine. Jim Ott out there on the track, running well here tonight. There you can see his Chevy Silverado getting the job done here tonight. He's got a ways to go. Ott rounds out here in top 20. How about this man? We mentioned him moments ago, the 28 of Ron Shute. Check that out. Ghost American flag 28 machine. He's got that Toyota hopped up and heading towards the front. Hunter Collier looks to grab the race lead away from Jerry Cochran. Rob Peterson surging forward as well. And how about that? Ken Collier, after walking away with a 3rd place podium finish last night for Peak Racing, can he get his Toyota primary sponsor back to a podium spot here tonight? Will Collier lead this lap at the line? Gonna do so with no problem. That's gonna give us our 5th different leader, 6th different lead change of the night. Field through 1 and 2, they'll head down the back stretch right into your living room. Get ready, they're coming right at you. Here you go. Back down into turn number 3. Now Field begins to chase down yet another back marker. I believe that is one of the Macmillans just off in front of them. Down and away through 3 and 4, coming right at you once again, up close and personal. Let's make your window shake. My goodness. I love that. Absolutely love that camera shot. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing right there. We'll jump back up front. Hunter Collier leads this field as it looks like the outside lane, it has just disappeared. 2 truck drivers lonely near the front. It's a good 3, 4, 5 truck links back to their nearest help. And these drivers, they were on to pit road about 15, 16 laps ago, so about halfway through a fuel run, could we see drivers beginning to set themselves up for what could be our first round of green flag pit stops right on the cusp of being halfway through tonight's event. With rain forecasted for later this evening, Looking at the radar, everything still looks clean and clear off in the distance, so we very well may get this in, but this is the beach. The ocean's just over there. You never know when you may see a quick thunderstorm roll in, so drivers got to be aware of that as the sun begins to set here at Daytona International Super Speedway. Kevin Burrows, he's going to look to finally lead a lap here tonight and still not able to get there just yet. He'll fall back just a little bit, see if he can't run back to that 18, and oh no, Cochran's going to leave him high and dry, leave him hanging, and Burrows still going to struggle to lead a lap here from Daytona. And as we have reached the halfway point, race fans, once again, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Let's give you a mid-race report and a rundown. Hunter Collier grabs the top spot. A handful of laps ago, he has since secured it. And we've got green flag pit stops underway. We'll have to wait until the round of green flag pit stops is over before we begin to give you some of those driver rundowns. Lead change back at the front once again. Ryan Douglas going to go back to the top of the speed charts. Ron Jute, Jason Branch, Scott Wise, Nathan Nixon, Michael Madden, Sean Kozier, all yet to come to pit road. It looks like Douglas may get swallowed up here because that is a big group of trucks that have just absolutely swallowed him alive. And Ron Jute indeed going to go up and right on around the 15 of Michael Madden. He's looking to fight down to get a spot on the bottom of the racetrack. Oh, stack up coming to pit road with this second group. Oh, 2, 3, 4 wide coming to pit road. My gosh, what a run to pit road that was. That's going to leave Johnny Collier right there in that 47 truck. He's yet to hit pit road for his first time. And to their outside, Hunter Collier and Ron Peterson, they're going to break away from the rest of the field. You can see Brandon Shelton in the 2 truck listed back in 13th right now, up 18 spots from where he started tonight's race. And he is looking like he is going to be in a pretty good spot. He's got Jake Flutman right behind him, Jerry Cochran, Jonathan Holston. They're all starting to come back together as they'll go around the second group of drivers, the pit lane. Michael Madden trying to get that truck back up to speed. Is he going to be able to get it done? No. Ron Peterson, nope. He's going to get swallowed up. Oh, very close there. We've got a few drivers off in the distance. Not going to be able to hold them back. Jerry Cochran, he's going to get swallowed up. How about this right here? Kevin Burrows, trouble to pit road. He was in his box for an extended stay in the 45 of John McMillan Jr. also was popped on pit road. But Kevin Burrows has trouble early. You're defending Ayers iRacing Paints Orca Series champion, not having a very good debut here tonight for season number 4 in the Performance Truck Series. Burrows struggles 1 lap down. What about the Performance Truck Series defending champion Sean Kozier? Where's he riding? Let's see. The 97 sits in the 14th spot there. You can see him in this 4 truck pack, 3rd car in line. He's going to look for help from that 02 of Mike Van Houten just off behind him in that familiar yellow and green John Deere machine. 47 trying to get up and out of the way. Back marker at the top, slower driver at the bottom. Field going to make their way through, and we'll head back to the front with your race leader, Hunter Collier. And well, we said we were going to give you a mid-race report, and we had green flag pit stops develop right when we got set to head to that segment. So what do you say we run down the drivers at the front? The man with the greatest hair in Swift Motorsports, Hunter Collier, sits in a beautiful spot looking to secure his second podium of the season for Peak Motorsports. Collier leads the field. He sits in first. Driver lined up right behind him in the second position, Rob Peterson. We mentioned fresh faces in new places. Well, the FOCM Racing Chevrolet Silverado piloted by Brandon Shelton getting the job done here tonight. Can he somehow bring a checkered flag home to Maryland? We'll have to wait to see if he can continue his luck. He's going to get past now as Michael Madden going to take over the third spot. Shelton going to fall back to fourth. Madden surging to the front, leading that outside lane. Nathan Nixon now breaks into the top five. This is going to get a little bit too hard to follow here. We're going to have a lot of drivers jockeying left and right for a position, so why don't we go back? What do you say we highlight this driver right here inside that Ally 48 machine? Matt Deason, another newcomer in the field here tonight. Mike Van Houten, driver in that John Deere machine. We talked about him moments ago. Van Houten making his appearance here tonight, as well as Anthony Handley. 14 of Handley right there hanging on to the 88 of Kevin Haas. Haas has been able, I believe, to keep himself just one lap down tonight. And yes, indeed, there it is on the left-hand side of your screen. Just one lap down so far here tonight. So minimizing the damage very well is Haas. Anthony Handley running well for his debut here tonight. Meanwhile, back towards the front of the field, pack still going at it with each other. 15 of Michael Madden, he's lost a little bit of ground as now it looks like Jim Ott, and I believe that's Jake Fluman, and no, he's going to bail, and that's going to leave Jim Ott hung out to dry. He's going to fade back to the 15. Kevin Burrows says, I want some of that. He's going to jump to the outside. Back and forth, drivers switching, swapping positions, lines. Look at that right there. The 48 jumps back to the top. Deason brings the Ally machine back to the top, and Jason Branch immediately pulls it hard left and hangs it down to the inside lane. So drivers, when they go, they are making big time moves. Rob Peterson in the 39, he's going to take over the outside lane, but nobody really having anything for Hunter Collier right now. I apologize, that's the 73 of Jonathan Holston that made a move to the outside. Nobody really having anything for those top two truck drivers, and it looks like the 2 machine, he's just kind of biding his time. No pun intended there. No, let's go Brandon for real. Did you see what I did there? See? Never mind. Let's get a little closer to that Honeybee Acres number 2. That is a nice paint scheme right there. Do enjoy it. Absolutely wonderful job on that livery. And here comes that 73. Look at that big run as Holston surges from 5th all the way up to battling for 1st. Oh my goodness. And I tell you what, if you're Jonathan Holston, that you've got some great company behind you. You've got Jim Ott, you've got Kevin Burrows. Both of them are proven and truly capable drivers. So you're in the hands of some good pushers right there. And now that outside lane begins to falter and fade. Will we see another big time surge once again? Here comes that push. Jim Ott going to get all over the tail end of The 73, Holston begins to surge. He's going to catch him right here on entry, but this is where they fade back. Holston may have to do a little side drafting through these corners in order to make that outside run work. Jake Fluman in the 1 Toyota Tundra right behind Brandon Shelton on that inside lane, trying to make that work with now just under 25 to go. See, I knew somebody would get it. I knew somebody would get the... Yeah. Dave, I'm glad you're out there in the chat, buddy. You with me. Appreciate it. Oh, big move. 39's going to go from the bottom of the track. He's going to jump to the top in front of Jonathan Holston. Look for Peterson to try to lead a lap. We've had 7 different lead changes amongst 5 different drivers, and now Rob Peterson looks to lead the race. He's going to drop from the top to the bottom, put the backwoods 39 to the front of this field. Not an official lap led just yet, so we're not going to count it in the books right now. Holston beginning to surge. Big push out of Jim Ott. They're holding serve through 3 and 4 with 24 laps to go. Drivers were last up pit road around lap 35. They are right around 20 laps in to this run. Things gonna get interesting. I don't think anybody's gonna have enough to make it all the way on fuel. So look for some of these drivers to maybe possibly jump to pit road a little bit early. Things may get a little suspect running out the front. Let's jump on board with that 18 of Jerry Cochran. Get a little look-see from the cockpit. There you seen that 51 of John McMillan Sr. Big Mac wounded here tonight from Daytona. Now, I tell you what, man, it doesn't get much better than that look right there. How about the look back at the drivers packed up, running right behind him on the track, beaten and battered 45 machine of John McMillan Jr. He's able to keep pace in the draft. Kevin Burrows just to his outside. Big check up there by Cochran. And we're going to jump back outside as it looks like there's some hot and heavy action near the front. Once again, Hunter Collier sits in that second spot. Holston continues to try to snatch away a lead lap here tonight. And here we go. Double file. Back off of turn 4, they'll head to the line. Can Holston get it done? Surging forward on the bottom, and no! Peterson gonna keep the lead of the race officially at the line, so no official lead change just yet. But these pushes, you can see it. You can see these trucks getting a little bit more squirrely out there. The push is getting a little bit more aggressive. You can see right there Jim Ott really getting out of the air for 1 second, getting a big run, and now here comes Hunter Collier. He'll take over the outside lane. He's going to look to grab the top spot away. Back once again from the backwoods 39, piloted by Rob Peterson. Peterson surging forward, help from that too of Brandon Shelton. And will we see another Brandon go to victory lane in the trucks? At a restrictor plate track, we've seen one go to victory lane in the real world not too long ago. 3 wide with the back marker at the top of the track. What a run here tonight, race fans. What a run. One and only caution flag coming right around lap number 15 here tonight. We have been clean and green ever since. One round of green flag pit stops have caught a few of the big names out here tonight. Number one being that 26 of Kevin Burrows, who was up inside the top 5 for the majority of the race until that round of green flag pit stops. He got popped for speeding on entry to pit road, and Burrows had to serve a 30-second penalty in his box. He is now listed down off of the lead lap, sitting, I believe, in that 24th position in the lucky dog spot, and just on the cusp. He's only got about 10 seconds to worry about the next driver one lap down. You can see him off in the distance. Dean Gagliano in the 34 machine running in 23rd. He's going to be the next one to fall victim to your race leaders. So as Burrows sits third truck outside lane, he's trying to keep himself in a good position to try to keep the lucky dog spot should we have a late race caution here tonight. And we've got green flag pit stops. Scott Wise, Jason Branson, Ryan Douglas. They're going to pull to pit road. Sneaky, sneaky. Keeping our eyes on those drivers that did head to pit road that time around, and it looks like Scott Wise may have got popped. He is still in his box as the other drivers make their way, or have already made their way off of pit road and getting back up to speed. Oh no, strategy gone wrong for the 80 Ford F-150 of Scott Wise in his debut race here tonight with Swift Motorsports Performance Truck Series, right here on your home for Swift Turn 3 Racing Network. And, you know, I would think that would be something that you really want to practice. You really want to get down, because it's going to come down to, I don't want to say a science, pit road entry being a science, but as we've got more drivers, 4 of them to be exact this time around. Oh, and trouble, contact! The 83 of Hunter Collier goes around coming to pit road. We'll stay green flag racing as that is off of the racing surface. Big time trouble now for Hunter Collier. And Mike Van Houten, he looks to lead a lap here tonight. That's going to give us our 6 different race leaders, 7 different lead changes. Oh, no. I was talking about practicing coming to pit road, because you're going to have to nail it with a lot of drivers around you. And just like that, we had some trouble in the 83 of Collier. Gonna pay the price, and he's gonna hit the inside wall and have some heavy damage that he's gonna have to fix up. More drivers gonna come to pit road this time around. Nathan Nixon also coming to pit road. No lockups out of any of these drivers at the front, so nice and smooth coming to pit road. 14 of Anthony Handley. He's yet to come to pit road for his final stop. Will he stay out and lead a lap here from Daytona International Super Speedway with just 15 laps to go? And then you can see all of those drivers that came to pit lane last time by getting passed by Anthony Handley. So Handley indeed gonna stay out there on the track. That's gonna give us our 8th different lead change amongst 6 different leaders. We've already passed the amount of leaders in last night's race. We've already surpassed the lead change number as well. As the speed weeks roll on, we're seeing the action pick up. Tune in tomorrow night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network for Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. Hanley gonna break for pit road this time around. That's gonna put the field back in the hands of the 39 of Ron Peterson. He's got David Cameron tucked in right in front of him. Cameron listed off of the lead lap, I believe, holding on to 1 lap down right now. He's trying not to fall a second lap down. But here comes Ryan Douglas. Here comes Jason Branch. Look for the 39 to make a move here, because they're going to have a swarm of trucks close in rather quickly. I told you they were going to get there quickly, and here they are. Michael Madden. Ooh. Michael Madden almost into the tail end of Jason Branch. Big move there by the 98 of Nathan Nixon. That's going to stack the field up just a little bit. 97 of Sean Kozer, defending Series Performance Truck Series champion, right there now, knocking on the door of a top 5. Where'd he come from? When we seen him last, he was outside of your top 30, running in the 33rd position, and here he is at the end of the race with 13 laps to go, knocking on the door of a top 5. And that last green flag pit stop really broke up this field, really mixed up the front running order. Ron Peterson, Ryan Douglas right there running 1 and 2, nose to tail on the track. Michael Madden right there in third. Jason Branch, Nathan Nixon, Jerry Cochran, Sean Kozer, Matt Deason, Jake Fluman, and Jonathan Holston now rounds out your top 10. Brandon Shelton in the 2 truck. He's your biggest mover of tonight's race so far, up 20 positions. Or wait, your race leader is up 26 positions. So Ron Peterson, if he can keep hold of this thing, and that backwoods 39, up 26 spots, that is huge. Newcomer right there. He's got a long way to go to try to catch up to that lead pack. Him and Jonathan Holston about 9 seconds back. So it is a hard-fought road to get back to the front for these 2 truck drivers. We'll head back to the front because it's going to get crazy. I'm telling you, 11 laps to go as the drivers make their way out of turn 2. Now back down the backstretch once again. Your top 4. Nose to tail, big move by Jason Branch. And around the 48 goes Matt Deason. Gonna check out. That is a hard way to end the night. Matt Deason, there he is. You can see him trying to get back up to speed. He's going to have to worry about these drivers closing in very fast behind him. They're going to have to make some big moves here. Looks like most of them are going to get back single file. There you can see that beaten and battered 83 machine of Hunter Collier just off in front of the 02. Looks like the 02 may have had some trouble as well here tonight. There you can see Scott Wise, after trouble coming to pit lane, he finds himself well off of the pace and back behind the field outside of your top 20, sitting in the 25th position. Trouble at the front. Let's go. When I say trouble, I mean action. Uh-oh. Whenever you get side-by-side racing action between 5, 6, 7 drivers coming to the end of a restrictor plate race, you can bet your bottom dollar that there is going to be some contact and some action. So we're going to stay right here tucked in with the front of this field all the way to the end of tonight's race. Let's run this thing on down. Jason Branch looking to take the top spot on the outside. Halfway down, all the way down the backstretch and into turn 3. He's going to drop on the elevator. He's going to give us another lead change here tonight. That's going to be our 10th different lead change amongst 7 different drivers tonight. And I don't think we've seen our last lead change yet. Driver's going to take 8 laps to go this time by. Why are you in tears, Liam? This is great. And how about Little John McMillan Jr. in the 45 truck? He's right here in this lead pack, running in the 19th position. He is down 1 lap. First driver off the lead lap in the lucky dog position. He's hoping and praying for a caution. He's beaten and battered, but he is running right there. You can see him, 5th car inside lane. He can keep the pace as long as he can keep the draft in 3 wide for the first time at the front. And in the sucker hole is Ryan Johnson. Ryan Douglas. He's dropping back through the field. Contact from 2 side drafts gone wrong. And here it is. Oh, the big one. Ryan Douglas going around. Oh no, it's a parking lot in turns 1 and 2. And oh my gosh, we got drivers upside down. 98 of Nathan Nixon goes for a ride. Let's take a look inside out how it all went down. Oh my goodness, that was an absolute crazy wreck right there. Let's see if we can go. Let's see if we can't get to that Nathan Nixon in-car camera. Do we got that? We're getting a thumbs up. Let's check the replay. Oh, and it's already underway. Oh my gosh. That's like a carnival ride gone bad right there. That is, whew. Let's look at it one more time. From Dean Gagliano's point of view, and just, oh my gosh, you seen the 98 just go flying right there. Oh my gosh. One more look at it. We'll see if we can't see the parking lot develop. And there it is. Oh my gosh. What a ride for the 98. Well, we said it. We knew it was going to be something. We said it. We told you, race fans. We knew that coming to the end of the race stacked up like this, there was going to be some contact and some action and some side drafting gone awry. That has put us under caution for the 2nd time here tonight. Does anybody come to pit road? Doesn't look like Jason Branch, Rob Peterson, Jake Fluman, Jerry Cochran, Brandon Shelton. None of them are going to come to pit road. Kozier, Collier, Van Houten, Mueller, Ayrson. They're all to pit road this time around. Michael Madden looks to be on to pit road for an extended stay after a strong run towards the end of tonight's season opener. Madden going to fall outside of your top 20, and we're going to have ourselves a green-white checkered here. This is going to get good. We're going to step away for just a brief commercial break, but don't worry, race fans, you won't miss any action. We're going to jump to Swift side by side.
With that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
And back live trackside as the field gets double file. Unofficial green white checkered attempt this time by iRacing. Pace car lights are out front row for the restart. Jason Branch, Rob Peterson, you've got Brandon Shelton, Jerry Cochran back in row 2. Your pole sitter Greg Olenek in the 48 of Matt Deason. He needed a caution flag to catch back up. He got what he needed, and we're getting set to go back green flag racing. Let's get a little closer to the field. Pace car down and away. Green flag flies as Jason Branch nails the loud pedal. He's going to catch the field sleeping just a little bit. He'll drop down to the bottom lane without any hesitation. Right in front of the 39 of Rob Peterson. We stay under green flag conditions. Just 3 laps now remaining in the 2 of Shelton is a lonely man on the outside. Nobody wanting to go and work with the rookie here late in the race. Halfway down the back stretch, we'll have 2 to go this time around. Big time points on the line. This is why these big boys come to play. If you don't have the guts, you're not gonna get the glory. Jason Branch looking to lead this field to 2 to go. Popsicle sticks this time by. With just 2 laps remaining, Jason Branch trying to keep the field behind him. When will that 39 of Peterson make his move? We've seen the Backwoods-sponsored 39 jump to the outside lane and grab the race lead multiple times here tonight. But look at the big surge on the outside lane. There goes Greg Olenek, the 48, not going to be able to get in line, and he almost stacks him up on the bottom. 3-truck breakaway at the front with the Grayson Jade 18. Toyota Tundra sitting in the 3rd spot. Can Jerry Cochran turn the season around? Oh, and contact trouble behind the leaders. Trouble behind her race leaders. We're going to go back under caution. We're going to get a green-white checkered out of this one. Let's take a look back. Let's see what happened here. Let's see if we can't see how it all went down. I believe Johnny Collier caught up in this one. Let's go back and try to check out and see what happened here. It looks like wrong camera angles there, so let's jump back once again, see if we can't see how it all went down. There you can see the contact, and the 2 of Shelton gets spun across. Oh, and the 47 down across and into the inside lane. Looks like Shelton and Van Houten may have gotten together. Let's go back, take another look here. Looks like we're going to miss that pass once again. Jason Ayerson getting by as well. Oh, and there's the contact, and it looks like Jason Ayerson slight contact with the 2 of Shelton. And that got Shelton a little bit sideways, and unfortunately for Shelton and a handful of other drivers, they're going to get caught up and involved in this latest incident we're going to jump back to the front of the field under caution once again. Third caution of the night. Jason Branch going to have to be on it one more time. And you thought it was crazy in your office on a Monday. How about sitting in this man's office on board right now with Jason Branch inside of that 22 Ford F-150? How about the chaos going on in his office on a Tuesday night? And I tell you what, these drivers have got to be ready for any and everything coming to what will be our one and only green white checkered attempt here tonight at Daytona International Super Speedway. So once again, it looks like we're gonna have a 2-lap shootout to decide the season 4 open race winner. Field starts to get double file. They'll get set to go back green flag racing this time around for our one and only attempt at a green-white checkered finish. Jason Branch will lead the field back to the green flag. Rob Peterson just to his inside in the Backwoods 39 machine. The Ally 48 of Matt Deason recovering after a spin. He checked out just about 15 laps ago, kind of checked out, didn't hit anything. Luckily, caution's falling his way, and he'll start back in row number 2. How about the Grayson Jade Photography 18 of Jerry Cochran? Last night's pole sitter had trouble after leading a lot of laps. Looking to turn is running around here in Speed Week. Walk away with the top 5 here tonight. Looks like Michael Mueller, the 46. Where did he come from? He's knocking on the door of a top 5. Anthony Handley, he was down a lap. The 14 has got a shot in that Hooters machine, and outside row gets a jump, and green flag flies once again here from Daytona International Super Speedway. Jason Branch looks to fire things off. Here comes the 48. He's going to drop to the bottom right in front of Michael Mueller. That's going to stack those drivers up just a little bit. 3-truck breakaway at the front. This very well may be what that 48 needs. Deason needs a driver to go with him. He's got to go and leave that 18 down on the bottom. He's not going to make the move just yet. He's going to stay in line halfway down the max stretch. We'll see it this time around if we can get to it. Next flag's gonna end the race, whether it's the white flag or the caution flag. Field gonna make their way off of turn number 4, heading to the line. The boss man's got it in hand, and right now, white flag does not come out. It's a 1 to go, and we're gonna end this thing under caution. Oh my goodness. Right as the boss man was getting ready to throw that white flag, and we even had the graphic going for the white flag, we get ourselves what will be our final race-ending caution of the night. Looks like Mike Van Houten had some trouble. Let's jump back, see what happened with Van Houten. And there's Van Houten already with some trouble. It looks like just slow on the track, trying to get off of the raceway. And unfortunately, it looks like the caution flag does indeed come out for that one. Car being stopped on the racetrack. That's going to bring us under caution. And, well, I think that's going to be it. I don't think we're going to see another attempt at a green-white checkered here. Trying to check in with the admins and officials, and yes, indeed, you can see it right there. Checkered flag in the air. Race coming to a conclusion under caution flag conditions. Jason Branch gonna grab the first race win here in season number 4 for the Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. That's going to give us 4 cautions on the night, 7 different race leaders with 10 different lead changes. What a race! What a run here tonight for these Swift Motorsports drivers. Rob Peterson and Jerry Cochran round out your podium spots. So as these drivers begin to make their way back around the track and begin to celebrate and give these fans a little bit of something to see, we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break, get things ready to go for your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. In back trackside at the conclusion, the completion of another barn burner right here with the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. What a run! It took a green white checkered out there tonight to decide who was going to walk away with the checkered flag. And without any further ado, why don't we go ahead and check in with some of your podium finishers here tonight? What do you say we try to dial up the man inside of that Grayson Jade Photography 18 Toyota Tundra? Jerry, it's Dave. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, man. How you doing? How you feeling after being able to finish this night off with a podium?
Uh, Feels good, man. You know, especially have all them drivers in there, and as big as the field was, kudos to everybody, man. That was an awesome job, everybody, to run as tight as we did, as long as we did, and you know, with we had some cautions, but you know, I mean, it's going to happen at a place like this, but awesome run by everybody.
Now, Jerry, I don't want to bring up what may be a sore memory for you, but last night here at Daytona, you began Speed Weeks with the pole position in the ARCA Series. You came back here tonight in the Performance Truck Series, fell behind the 8 ball a little bit when it comes to the pole position. Started, I believe, back in 7th tonight. Is there any feeling of maybe redemption with being able to walk away with a podium here tonight after having such a great car last night and it just not really going your way?
Yeah, last night was rough. You know, it was heartbreaking. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of expected that, you know, with the new car that, you know, they're touchy. Tonight, yes, I had in my mind. I said I'm gonna go out there and qualify, and if I can qualify in the top 10, then I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna stay there, you know, instead of getting back there and get caught up in something. So yeah, you know, I qualified 7th and got to sit there and hang out up front all night, and that was definitely a plus. And you know, everybody was good and clean and kept it clean, so it definitely feels good to come in here and finish 3rd after last night.
I can guarantee it does, Jerry, man. Congratulations on walking away with a podium finish here tonight in the opening session for the Performance Truck Series here in Season 4. Before we let you go for the night, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, maybe thank anybody back home in the 18 shop?
Yes, sir. Grayson Jade, Velocita, Harpoon Designs. Uh, you yourself are taking time out to do this a couple nights a week. You do a great job at it. Mr. Gann, and Mr. Wells, all the guys behind the scenes here that put this on, and I really appreciate it. Congratulations, Jason. He earned that. That was hard fought. So.
Well, Jerry, again, congratulations on your podium finish here tonight. We look forward to catching up with you a little on throughout the year. Let's see if we can't catch up once again next week at Charlotte. What do you say?
Sounds good to me. Have a good night, Dave. Thank you.
All right, there you go. Final few words out of Jerry Cochran. He brings the Grayson Jade Toyota Tundra 18 truck home in a podium spot. Turning his speed weeks around. Great job. Hats off. Job well done by him and his crew. And that's going to lead us right along in our post race interviews. Let's see if we can't go catch in and have a few words with, I believe, newcomer to the league. Let's see if we can't catch up with Rob Peterson. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yo, yo.
Hey, man, congratulations. Job well done. Welcome to the league. And, man, 25 spots gained in the race. How did you get that done?
I just didn't really want to be in the back at all. I thought that there'd be more wrecks, to be honest. So, thought, you know, like Dale Jr. says, just stay in the front because you can't get wrecked really if you're in the front. So.
Well, that's always a good philosophy to have. If you're in front of it, then that means you can't be in it. So, I mean, that's always a good approach to one of these restrictor plate races. But, Rob, more importantly, want to ask you about some of the big moves you made out there. You were running 2nd or 3rd in line on the bottom lane, and did you just get tired of playing follow the leader? Is that what caused those jumps to the outside, or were you kind of testing the runs?
Kind of both. You know, I like to be competitive and keep it exciting and entertaining for everybody. So I thought about that, but I also wanted to see, who would do what in what situation. So a little bit of both.
Well, it was absolutely a show to watch. We do appreciate you making those moves and keeping things interesting. I know I loved it. I know the fans watching loved it. I'm not sure some of the fellow competitors are going to want to have to keep pace with you throughout the rest of this season. But man, job well done here tonight, opening things up in the Performance Truck Series with a second place podium position here tonight. So, Rob, before we let you go, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, or special love yous out there?
Just shout out to my Twitch, Battery Acid 94, and my dog.
And the dog.
Yep, and the dog.
And the dog. That's that. He's not in the truck with you, is he?
Nah, he's sleeping. I think he's somewhere.
I hear you. Well, Rob, again, my man, congratulations here tonight, and we look forward to seeing if we can't catch up with you a little bit more throughout the rest of this year.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right, there you go. Rob Peterson and the Battery Acid 39 Backwoods Machine and his dog walk away. Second from the track here tonight at Daytona International Super Speedway. And that's going to bring us to a man you know, I know, we know. Let's see if Jason Brance is ready to put his champagne bottle down and have a little talk with us. Jason, it's Dave. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Dave. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I don't think it's champagne in that bottle anyway, man. You Virginia folk, you don't know nothing about champagne.
Oh no, I know the champagne of beers.
I hear you. The fountains are flowing.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was gonna work out like it did. I'm kind of glad that last caution came out when it did.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we had a what I like to call an unofficial green-white checkered attempt there. Uh, would you like to see that thing stay green there, or were you glad to see that last official green-white checkered come out?
I think it worked to my advantage that last one came out because I wasn't sure. I told myself I was committed to the bottom once I got there, just so if they did decide to do something crazy and trucks started going everywhere, at least I had somewhere to dive to. I really like that outside lane, but coming down to it, if you know there's probably going to be some bumping and banging, I kind of like the real estate to the inside.
Well, looking forward now, Jason, you got that race win. You're able to focus a little bit more on the championship now. What's the approach for the rest of the year for you and the 22 crew? Is it grab as many wins, or are you going to start testing, focusing, and dialing in on those championship races?
Uh, you know, uh, this is my first race in the trucks, and to get the win with the first race. I hope I don't, but I feel like I kind of got a target on my head, and I'd like to see some success like I have had in the ARCA series, and I'm still kind of trying to feel out where the competition is. So we'll play it by ear going forward. We can't really judge it on Daytona.
Absolutely understand that 100%. Well, I know this is going to build some confidence and momentum for you and the rest of your 22 crew there in Virginia Beach. So don't get too big headed, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you later on throughout the season, maybe next week at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So before we let you go and enjoy the rest of the celebrations here tonight, you want to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous?
Yeah, I mean, first off, you're always phenomenal in the booth. Swift for putting it on, letting us race week in and week out. My teammates 4X, hate to see that they got in some issues. One of them was running up front and got in some issues with like 4 to go, I think. Uh, really, really heartbreaking. So I'm kind of glad I was able to bring the win home for the team. Um, KC Designs put the paint on the car this week, and phenomenal job. And like always, my wife and my kids for putting up with me and let me do this week in and week out.
All right. right, my man. Well, again, congratulations as always. A pleasure to catch up with you in post-race interviews, and we'll see what you can do throughout the rest of the year in these trucks. I think you may have found yourself a new home.
Yeah, I'm still running the ARCA series on Mondays, so maybe I'll get to talk to you more than once a week. We'll see.
Well, the chair's always waiting.
I appreciate that, Dave. Thanks.
All right, there you have it. Jason Branch happy with his debut performance in the trucks, opening up season number 4 with the checkered flag win, green, white, checkered, coming to an end under caution flag conditions, and that played right into the hands of the 22 of Branch. He'll walk away from the track with a chance to eyeball the championship chase. Branch captures the first win of season number 4. Whew, what a night. What a barn burner, ladies and gentlemen. We had a ton of green flag racing, a little bit of a rash of cautions towards the end of the night, but as can be expected when you go restrictor plate racing. And it sounds like producers hitting those buttons in the background. You know the tunes, you know the sounds, you know it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results right here from Daytona International Super Speedway for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. Walking away with the checkered flag here tonight in the top spot, the 22 of Jason Branch. Rob Peterson and Jerry Cochran will round out your podium drivers here tonight. Newcomer in the 48, Matt Deason, walking away in 5th. Michael Mueller pilots his 46 home to 5th spot. Anthony Handley finishes in 6th. 31 of Greg Olenek walking away in 7th. 8th goes to Hunter Collier. Aaron Gerwitz finishing in 9th, and rounding out your top 10, the 1 of Jake Fluman. 44 of Jason Ayrson finishing tonight, and 11th, 12th place belongs to Kevin Burrows. Brandon Shelton walks away 13th, 14th spot to Sean Kosher. Larry Poling pilots the 69 home to 15th finishing spot. Scott Wise and the 8 machine walks away 16th, 17th to Johnny Collier. Mike Van Houten in the 02 walks away 18th tonight, 19th from the Speedway as Kevin Haas. Michael Madden rounds out your top 20. The 10 of David Cameron going home in 21st, 22nd tonight from Daytona International Super Speedway is Ryan Douglas. Bobby Anderson in 23rd, 24th to Nathan Nixon. Jonathan Holston with some trouble. The 73 walks away in 25th with Sean Griffith right behind him. Dean Gagliano in the 34 has some trouble, and he finishes 27th. 28th here tonight, the Little John McMillan Jr. Ron Shute. Lee Staples, Jim Ott, Cody Riggs, John McMillan Sr., then Ron Shute back in 33rd, 34th to Lucas Lyons, Logan Hartman back in 35th, Aaron Tripp and Aaron Davidson, Jason Tripp and Aaron Davidson finishing out the running order here tonight. Adam Pettit back in 38th position. Big time shout out and hats off, and you're welcome to the man just up the hall in the Raceman admin control booth, Gary Wells, getting everybody straight, keeping things going out there on the track. Can't say how much he does behind the scenes, but my goodness, we do appreciate everything he does week in, week out. And that's it, race fans. We're going to cut the lights off and get ready to go racing once again tomorrow night here with Swift Motorsports as Speed Weeks continue. If you haven't already, go ahead and join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Drop these truck drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, smash that bell on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And with that being said, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.